Good afternoon and welcome back as we look at our continuing video series on Epyx Toolkit Basic. This time we're going to look at importing Sprite data from other Sprite editing programs. If your favorite Sprite editor has the ability to export the Sprite as data statements, then it's fairly easy to import this data into the shape memory of Toolkit Basic. Let me show you how it's done. There's my Sprite exported as data statements, and to import it into shape memory, I need to add a simple line. Alright, so the first shape actually begins at address 2048, and each additional of the 32 shapes that can be stored here are incremented by 64. Since our Sprite is actually only 63 bytes long, let's correct that and run the program to store this data in the shape library in memory in position 1. And it's done. Let's go ahead and load in my next Sprite. And now I need to increment the memory area for the next Sprite. So we need to add 64 to 2048. We'll rerun the program. Go ahead and load my next set of data statements for Sprite 3. Go back up here to our line, and again we need to increment this by 64. And rerun the program. And we'll load my fourth Sprite, one more Sprite. Got the data statements loaded into memory, and increment this again by 64. And run the program. Now if I've done this right, all of these 4 sprites are now loaded into the shape memory of Epyx Toolkit Basic. Let's use the sprite commands to see if they're there. Sprite 1 on at, I'll say 250, 100, and we'll tell it we want shape 1 assigned to Sprite 1. As soon as I type the command correctly, there we go. Sprite 2, we'll put it in the exact same position and assign it shape 2 that we just loaded. Sprite 3, same position, shape 3. Sprite 4, and same position, shape 4. So the last step of the process is to save these shapes into a Sprite file so that it can be loaded down the road without having to convert all of this data again. And we do that with the following command. Sprite save, first Sprite, last Sprite, give it a file name, and tell it what drive we want to save on. Alright, so there you go. Now you know how to import sprites into Epyx Toolkit Basic from maybe SpriteMate or any of your other favorite sprite editors. We'll see you in the next video.